This is Med Talk, Health Talk. A 100 years ago, the average lifespan of a person was around 45 years old. Today, however, people are enjoying life on average of up to 70 years. And as our population lives longer, are we as a society able to catch up, so to speak, with the needs and requirements of caring for our elderly? According to the Commission on Population, Filipinos now live longer at 67 years for males and 72 years for females. They comprise the current count of senior citizens at 7 million and are expected to rise by 10% by the year 2025. Aside from the benefits that they should receive from the government, the senior population is also after the quality of life with their loved ones or caregivers. But beyond the numbers, we face the fact that our body needs change as we get older. So how should we take care of our lolos and lolas? Do you think assisted living is already a welcome change in our Filipino culture? To help us understand more about this topic, we have in the program Dr. Erlene Senyo Ong. She's the head of Geriatric Medicine Center at the St. Luke's Global City. Welcome to the show, Doctora.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
Well, there you go. Now, why do you think is the population living longer?
Maybe because of the advanced in geriatric care that we are doing right now. We do have advanced medical and surgical therapeutics in our hospitals.
So it's basically the quality of care that
we're giving right now.
And I guess also the medicines that are available for people nowadays are able to live longer because of technology, as what you said. Now, do you think the Philippines is prepared for such an aging population?
Well, yes. Actually, we're on our way to that stage wherein we are already prepared. We are already preparing, by the way, for this geriatric population.
Okay.
We do have an expanded senior citizens law. We give, of course, you know about the 20%. But right now, the DOH and the LGU, they would require all government hospitals to be having a geriatric ward as well.
So, could we expect this to see in pretty much all hospitals or all institutions?
Hopefully, yes, hopefully. But we need more geriatricians right now in the Philippines because we're just few.
Now, what do you think is the number one concern? What should we focus on when it comes to geriatric care?
Maybe we should focus on the transitional care. Okay,
transitional care.
From the
what's this
hospital to home, or from hospital to any assisted living or nursing homes. So we need to have more geriatric care by training caregivers, family carers. We have to have daycare activities as well for them to socialize.
Okay. Now, you mentioned daycare activities and being able to socialize. Are these important activities for someone in their senior years?
Yes, it's very important, of course, to prevent depression and then to address some of the behavioral problems of dementia.
Okay. Now, do you think places that are more focused on caring for our elderly, do you think this is something that the Filipino people will be able to embrace, knowing that our culture is really deep-seated on everyone, the family should remain at home, the children should be the one taking care of the elderly and such?
Well, it will depend. Sometimes if a family member is well trained to take care, but there will be conflict, let's say they fight more often, so there will be guilt feelings.
That's right.
With regards to that. So it should be or must be somebody, a third person, who will be taking care.
Okay. Now, what do you think is the best approach in dealing with these kinds of situations? Should the elderly person in question be briefed as well that there are places where he can socialize, where he can do activities that will be beneficial for him or her?
Sometimes there will be resentment first from the elderly because they don't want to be placed in a nursing home or an assisted living. They want their family members be taking care of them.
Right.
So what we need to know, of course, is to teach the family carers or family members once they go home regarding the short-term and long-term care plans.
Okay. Now, does the elderly person in particular, do they have to stay in these places, or are these sort of like a daytime thing? Like they go home to their own house, and then these are places that they can go through the whole day and just
Yes,
go
actually
home?
that's what you call daycare activities.
Okay.
Like in children, we do have daycare activities. Like for example, Pilates,
Right.
bingo. That's their favorite game. Memory games, arts and crafts, and mahjong.
Now, do you have a message for our viewers out there, Doctora, to sort of, I'm sure a lot of them out there are curious now
Okay.
on these kinds of places.
For the daycare activities, if we can go to St. Luke's Medical Center, Global City, it's every Tuesdays and Fridays. It's 9 to 12. And we do have, of course, the first International Geriatric Symposium. It will be held at St. Luke's Medical Center as well on the 5th floor. And it will be on September 27 and 28.
And is this symposium that you mentioned, this is the first one to be held, right?
Yes.
Can anyone attend this, or is this mainly for physicians?
Actually,
and those-
physicians, allied medical can attend such a symposium.
And with that, assisted living facilities are now built in some parts of the country. And are we ready to entrust our elderly in this kind of facility? Keep it here on...
Picture perfect, you don't need no filter. Gorgeous, make 'em drop dead, you a killer. Shall we